welcome to another episode of Tokyo Reds. We are Liverpool fans based in the land of the rising sun, and today we're outside Tokyo Tower, which you've probably seen on movies, TV or whatever, or if you live here, you've seen it many times. It's 333 metres tall. I think it's 9 metres taller than the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and it's, orange and white. So there we are. It's an amazing view if you see it. Looks even better at night as well. So Liverpool played Sunderland at the weekend. Hard work, but we got a 2-0 win, which is very, very important at this time of the season. So let's have a look. And we got another clean sheet as well, which is mint. So yeah, first off, it's pretty dull. Klopp described after the game. Klopp described Sunderland, Tom, as maybe the most defensive team he's seen in his whole life. Would you agree?
Oh, I mean, you mentioned about Burnley, but I was watching the game and they didn't really, for the most part, they didn't pose a threat. When they got the ball, they almost looked like they didn't know what to do with it. It's like, all right, just launch it back to Liverpool and get in your defensive positions. They didn't threaten us, but what was great was when we did take the lead, they were kind of like, what the hell do we do now? You could see they were struggling in attack, and yeah, they were very, very defensive. Fair play, they did a good job for 75 minutes, but teams can't park the bus at Anfield and expect to get the result now, in my opinion.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. John, did Moyes have any choice? Was that the only sort of tactic he could have done going to Anfield?
There's always a choice, but it seemed like it was painfully obvious that his choice was just don't let them score. Yeah. Don't even try and score. Just get the ball off them, clear it, or get the ball, try and play it around them, and then just clear it. It was just, it was just kind of very anti-football mentality, wasn't it?
No, it certainly was, and I think Tom as well. You've got on a good point there as well. I think, in years gone past, you could do that against Liverpool and get away with it, and maybe nick a point or even get 3 points. I've seen it so many times, but I do think this season, this team, it's very, very difficult to stop us from scoring, which is amazing. It's a very, very good position for us to be in. So the biggest talking point, the only really talking point in the first half, was Coutinho's injury. Ndong, mint name. He kind of comes in for a job. It's not malicious. He just comes in, kicks his foot really, going for the ball. Coutinho went off in a stretcher. He's having a scan today. It's Monday, by the way. So we don't know what extent the injury is. John, how important is it that Coutinho returns ASAP?
Maybe not ASAP because we've got a run of easier opponents. But the City game, he needs to be back for that. Really, really need. We need all our best players firing on all cylinders. Hopefully he comes back for that. Sharpish. The next few weeks, to be honest with you, the next few weeks would probably be not good not to have him, but it will be a test of how much depth we have in the team. And if we don't have that depth, maybe it would be good to show the FSG that maybe we do need another winger or something in the January transfer. So maybe it might be a little blessing in disguise.
No, fair dues, and that leads me quite nicely on to the next question, Tom. Who do you think is the natural replacement for Coutinho in the squad? Or is there one?
I can't say a natural replacement, but obviously Origi, he came on 34 minutes. It's a chance for other players because, as Origi was saying, it's been so frustrating, so difficult to get into Klopp's team. He said, actually, to get that chance, even if it's, from 34 minutes onwards when he's on, you want to prove yourself so much to Klopp. So any player that comes in, it's your chance to step up. You've maybe got, 2 or 3 games, or maybe even half a match, prove yourself. So someone like Origi, I know he's not the same kind of player, but to whack him centre forward, I think we can replace. Sorry, we can still win matches without him, but we don't have a natural replacement. We'll just have to play a slightly different system, but we can still do it. Yeah.
Markovic, no.
Just throw in, FSG, John Henry and his wife, they were at the match, and normally there's a bit of a curse when they turn off the matches. I remember Villa a couple of seasons ago when it was 2-2, but we'd been hammering teams, but then Villa turned up, we were 2 down in about 10 minutes, got a 2-2 draw. But for him to see that, for him to see the squad, to see Klopp's going in the right direction, if Klopp's going to ask for money in January, I reckon he'd give it to him.
Oh yeah, fair dues. For me, Yeah, it's you know, we need him back. I think we need him back soon as. I just think he's so pivotal to what we do, and I think the chemistry he has with Firmino is vital as well. But luckily we do have a bit of an easier run, so maybe it might not be too bad.
I think Lallana, if anything, to be honest with you, as well.
Yeah.
I think, as crazy as it sounds, I'd want to see Lallana back sooner than Coutinho. Yeah. Giving Coutinho a little rest might be a good thing. Like you say, for like Origi, and I was going to say for Sturridge even, but he's injured now as well, isn't he? So, but Lallana's so good in the midfield that it makes the forwards' job even easier.
That's a massive point, John, and I actually kind of agree, because you've look at it, we've been injured and our goals have kind of dried up. You know what I mean? So, no, I completely agree with you. To be honest, it does sound mad, but it is true.
Like our best player. Coutinho's our best player, but
yeah.
That work rate behind it.
Definitely. All right, so Carl on Facebook, thanks for your question. By the way, if anyone wants a question read out on the show, post them on Facebook or on Twitter. Get on it. All the details will be scrolling up and down at some point during the video. And yeah, Carl said he was kind of talking about, so we've got quite a lot of injuries now. Maybe Firmino, Sturridge, Coutinho's obviously out, Lallana's out. So there's quite a lot of key players on the injury list at the moment. Do you think that's more down to Klopp's style, his intense style, or is it just bad luck?
I think it's bad luck. I mean, Coutinho, yeah, it was just bad luck with him, the collision he had with the Sunderland defender. Lallana, I know he does a lot of like pressing and stuff, but again, I know last season people were talking about like, oh, is Klopp getting them injured? I think because the intensity of the matches, it wasn't that he was getting them injured, they were just getting knackered, and they're probably more prone to injury then. But no, I don't think that's the case this season. I'm trying to remember, how did Lallana get injured? I actually can't remember, sorry. I don't know. I actually can't remember, sorry.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so it is England, yeah.
Yeah, it was the Spain game. Yeah.
It was the Spain games, yeah, and in that sense, not Klopp's fault. I mean,
I'm sorry if we're wrong, people, let us know.
Yeah, let us know if we're wrong. Cheers for the question. Carl's a good mate of mine. He always gives good questions, but yeah. So thanks.
I think also it's like, if you look at all the players who are injured, they've been injured throughout like Klopp's tenure. Like even Lallana he's had stints where he's been injured anyway. So I think you've just got some players who are just prone to injury. And especially Daniel Sturridge. Jesus Christ. Made out of glass, him, isn't he? But I don't think the work ethic, because then if you look at like the likes of Klein, Milner, Henderson, you know, why aren't they getting injured? I think it is just how brittle some players are, just really brittle.
Yeah. You know. That's a fair point. I think it's a mixture of maybe both. You know, injuries come and go, don't they? And we just got to hope that we get the worst of it out the way now, and then, you know, kick on for the rest of the season. So yeah, the second half was much better, much brighter from Liverpool. Wijnaldum and Mane, Lovren, Chan all having some good chances. And then it took a long time to come, but Origi finally gets a goal for Liverpool. He picks the ball up on the left-hand side, cuts in, and kills it into the bottom corner. It's great to see Origi finally get a goal for Liverpool in the Premier League this season.
It's so great to see. Really happy for him. And the thing is, you could see from the moment he came on, it's like, right, this is my chance. I've got to do something. But what was brilliant, the angle he's at, thinking, is he going to cross? Is it selfish for him to shoot from there? But it catches Sunderland off guard. I think he even catches our own players off guard, because they're like, wait, why didn't you? Oh, right, nice one, you know, kind of like Gerrard against Luton when Alonso had that shot. You know, it was one of those, but just well done to him. It was a really difficult angle. Sunderland have been a nightmare to break down, but as we'd said in the preview, once you get one against, that's it. Once you get one against them, the game's won, because they don't have a plan B. But it's a brilliant goal, and I'll tell you what, I love the celebration. I mean, I stayed up, it was like, 1 a.m, 2 a.m. here. I'm in the internet cafe watching it. When he scores that, just his passion as well, he was just loving it, and you could just see the whole team because they know how much it means. They know these are the games that we would have drawn previously, and you know, maybe we would have missed out on top 4, you know, previously, but now we're in a title race, and it's just brilliant. I was just loving the celebration. So happy for him as well, because you could see his commitment from the moment he came on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's a mad green insect thing over there. It's like a mantis or something.
Yeah, praying mantis, I think.
It's the same it coming, but anyway, no mind. We'll get in a bit. Anyway.
Nature.
fuck planet Earth 2. This is much better. Anyway, so yeah, so do you think the Origi goal was it a cross? Was it a shot? Did he mean it? Doesn't matter.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Went in. It went in. I don't care. I'm happy. I hope it was a cross, to be honest with you. Makes it all the sweeter. David Moyes' stupid face. But no, to be honest with you, he looks up and this is the way he kicks it. It kind of like he's putting a curl on it. So he looks up and then tries to curl it in. And to be honest with you, I think he's probably trying to go for the top corner, but it just kind of there's just no power on it, so it goes around and everyone gets caught off guard. And it's a good goal. Yeah. Didn't he score one similar to that last season?
Yeah, he did. I think it was Watford. I think.
So, but even in like the press conference, he came out. He said, I wish he didn't say it, but he came out and he was like, "Oh, that's what I do. I cut in from the left and shoot on my right." It's like, why'd you say that? Everyone. But he's like a decent Ryan Babel. You know what I mean?
No, credit to Origi, I think. As you say, he does look into the corner and he just places it into there. And at the end of the day, who actually cares? Do you know what I mean? It went in and it's happy days.
Sunderland fans cared a little bit.
They do care. But who cares what Sunderland fans? Sorry, Sunderland fans, but yeah, you know. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, Milner scores. Last minute of the game, penalty. His boss. Penalty. And Dong again back in it, getting stuck in. The most stony Stonewall penalty you've ever seen. Like it was, full on, definitely 100% penalty. And yeah, is Milner guaranteed to be the highest scoring defender in the Premier League this season?
I'll have to check Dennis Irwin's record, but I could see him being that. I could, because I think the way we play, we will get more penalties. Yeah, and the thing is, he scores every time. You just feel so confident. But I'll just throw in the build-up to that penalty. Sunderland they were launching long balls at us, and it was getting a bit nervy. It was almost like, oh, heck, if they get an equaliser. But I think it was Lovren. Lovren dispossesses, I can't remember which Sunderland player, because none of them really did anything. But he dispossesses one of their players, does a back heel. Mane just picks it up. And I'll tell you what, his strength, so he hadn't had the greatest game, but the way he went for it, was like, no, I'm just going to run it towards their goal. Sunderland players can stop him, of course, that's why they had to foul him, but well done to Mane, credit there. I mean, that was fantastic. But Milner, when he steps up for it, typical Milner, he's not fazed by anything. It's the same expression every time, whether he scores or misses that penalty. It's the same expression, but very good penalty, and I could see him getting double figures, to be honest. I could.
He's certainly on course for it. These sort of comparisons are always made, but you have to say Milner's penalties are very, very similar to a certain Steven Gerrard's, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, because they go in. But no, they are. He's just very composed when he takes them, and he always seems to find the corners really, really well. It's never like near the goalkeeper's hand, or the goalkeepers never really have a chance. It's just always corners. He must practice them quite a lot in the training ground. It's just a pity that we haven't got more players who are like that. Because I always think back to last season, the Carling Cup final, against Chelsea. Man City, sorry. Yeah. And just nobody could take a penalty. Yeah. So we need more people like him in the team. So.
Very, 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 very true. Okay, so there we go. That was the game. So man of the match, Tom?
I'm going with Jordan Henderson. Quite a few times, we were having attacks and he kept his discipline. He really kept his discipline. He's really starting to look like a real captain, like a strong captain now. He's really bossing the team about, what's that stat? I tried to memorise it the whole way here. If I get this wrong. Over 100 complete passes. He's the only player to do that more than once this season, and he's done it 3 times. In total, he had 117 complete passes. But I mean, even then, the amount of times he was dispossessing them, the amount of times in midfield he was just dispossessing any Sunderland player, just redistributed very calmly. He had a great game. He had a great game. And for me, I think he's going to be a really strong captain for us this season and in the future.
He's coming on leaps and bounds, isn't he? I have been very, very impressed in the last sort of 5-6 games by Jordan Henderson. He's been really, really, really good. For me, it's difficult. I would probably go with Origi. He scores the goal that changes the game. He did pretty well. He hasn't played in a long time, so he actually was pretty impressive with that considering. So yeah, he was boss. John?
Yeah, I'll probably go for Henderson as well, to be honest with you. He was the best player. Karius. No, but to be fair with Karius, he's had his last 2 games. Yeah, the thing with Karius, he's done nothing wrong. Like even that like wayward kick that he had in the game, he's done nothing wrong. So I think he needs to get like some sort of special mention. But since we've got him, you know, I thought he's been pretty well. But yeah, my serious player would be Henderson. But I think Karius should get a bit of a shout just because he made a pretty good save. They only had 1 shot, I think, right?
Yeah,
But yeah, but I mean, like that's the thing. No one at the back had anything to do. But yeah, Henderson. Just fits work rate.
Fair dues, yeah. I mean, I'd like to say the back 4 were amazing. Well, they were good, but they didn't have anything to really do. So, well. Anyway, so yeah, let us know, what did you think about the game? Let us know in the comment section down below. Get involved on our social media, like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. All the information will be scrolling up and down. Yeah, give us any questions you want read out in the next videos and all that. The next video will be the build-up to Bournemouth. We're also going to do a special on Steven Gerrard. Obviously, he's just hung up his boots, so I think it's the right thing to do to have a bit of a chat about arguably the best player that Liverpool's ever had. Yeah, if you've liked the video today, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you later. Nice one. See you later. Bye-bye.